These are all the jokes you definitely didn't catch as a kid watching Gravity Falls. Honestly, I had to look some of these up myself, especially the last one. Body-swapped Mabel gets busted spying through the keyhole, so Stan launches the talk. He flips open Why Am I Sweaty and points to an anatomy chart.
Look, it all begins with this little fella, the pituitary gland. He may be little, but he has big plans.
Thanks, Stan. Now we all need brain bleach. The scene is every teen's nightmare of parental overshare. Yet somehow even funnier when you finally understand what the heck a gland does. The wax murder subplot is wild enough, but town reporter Toby determined vaults past creepy when security footage shows him smooching a cardboard Chandra Jimenez. He brags while still lip-locking his papery crush.
Boy, I'd be pretty embarrassed if I was you two.
Embarrassed? Toby, your French-kissing corrugated fiber board set the self-awareness bar lower. That quick gag was background noise as a kid. Now it's a painfully relatable PSA on adult loneliness. In The Gulf War, Stan and Suze recline beneath the stars like they're in an old-school drive-in romance. Their lazy dialogue.
Sure are a lot of stars out tonight.
Well, this is getting weird.
Drips with mock romantic tension. Gravity Falls turns bromance hilariously into faux romance, making everyone wonder if Stan and Seuss secretly enjoy setting these awkward scenes up. Is this purely bro bonding, or did Disney censor the candlelight dinner? In Blendon's game, presents Stan yelling urgently to Seuss.
I'd do anything for the Pines family.
Zeus! I need to scratch myself in 2 places at once!
And I mean anything.
With such intensity that clearly implies at least one spot below the belt. It's gross, relatable, and genuinely funny. Classic Gravity Falls humor that adults awkwardly recognize instantly. Stan oversharing again? We really didn't need those visuals. Into the Bunker dishes out some peak teen awkwardness when Dipper accidentally faceplants directly into Wendy's chest while exploring a creepy hideout. Gravity Falls expertly captures the unbearable cringe of young crushes gone wrong. Dipper's mortified expression says it all. His dignity is officially deceased. Pro tip: next time, maybe look where you're running, Dipper. At least your embarrassment and made good TV. Gravity Falls pushes boundaries again in The Love God, where the show's Cupid-like character casually spikes a punch bowl with love potion at a festival. Sure, it looks innocent enough, but adults know exactly what it parallels. Those sketchy party moves nobody should pull. The show sneaks this risky reference right past kids, but grown-ups watching definitely raise an eyebrow. Gravity Falls is teaching consent lessons one awkward potion at a time. Gravity Falls playfully dances near risky territory again in the last Mabelcorn, where Grenda casually trades butterflies for something called fairy dust.
2 bags of fairy dust, just like we agreed.
Where do you get this stuff?
The subtle joke here? Fairy dust is suspiciously reminiscent of the less than magical powders you'd find in sketchy alleys, not enchanted forests. Kids see innocent glittery magic, but adults instantly get the tongue-in-cheek reference to street deals. Who knew Gravity Falls could turn a playground fantasy into an episode of Breaking Bad? In Little Gift Shop of Horrors, Gravity Falls serves up unexpected realness when Stan grumbles about suddenly having to raise a kid he never planned on.
You watch the movie, you scare the girl snuggles up next to you, next thing you know you gotta raise a kid, your life falls apart.
It's a subtle but unmistakable reference to accidental parenthood that sneaks right by kids, hitting adults with an awkward dose of truth. Who knew Stan had deeper fears than taxes and tourists? Apparently it's fatherhood. At Mabel's wax figure gala she beams,
I made this sculpture with my own 2 hands! It's covered in my blood, sweat, tears, and other fluid.
Adult viewers dry heave. Bodily fluid humor in a Disney show? Bold move. What 10-year-olds think is quirky dedication is really an overshare fit for a biohazard label. Proof Gravity Falls never met a boundary it couldn't nudge. Things get surprisingly existential in Suze and the Real Girl when Abuelita bluntly remarks that Grandpa isn't there in heaven.
I would like to see you settled before I ascend to heaven and live with the angel.
And with Grandpa.
No, he is not there.
Kids think Grandpa's on vacation. Adults catch the grim punchline about the afterlife seating chart. Dang, Abuelita, roasting the dead at dinner? Cold. It's equal parts sweet family moment and existential slap to the face. Into the Bunker serves another delightfully awkward moment when Mabel threatens Dipper by teasing she'll expose his creepy internet history.
Yeah, this room is way creepy.
Not as creepy as Dipper's internet history.
Adults immediately get the sly nod toward NSFW browsing, every teen's ultimate nightmare. Kids laugh cluelessly, but adults recognize that sinking feeling of panic when someone threatens to air your embarrassing online secrets. Sorry, Dipper, but clearing your browser history only hides so much shame. Maybe use incognito mode next time? In Roadside Attraction, Gravity Falls pokes fun at teenage dating drama when Dipper's ex-crush corners him about their romantic log ride, clearly alluding to ghosting and short-lived flings. Adults instantly see the hilarious satire on modern dating culture, awkward, fleeting, and painfully relatable. Kids just chuckle at Dipper's discomfort, while grown-ups cringe, recalling their own teenage regrets. Gravity Falls casually teaching lessons on dating ethics, one painfully uncomfortable ride at a time. Little Gift Shop of Horrors delivers us a hilarious gag when a handless Stan desperately complains about needing his hands back for a certain gesture.
Now, can I have my hands back? I have a certain gesture I'd like to share with you.
Clearly, Gravity Falls knows exactly which rude hand sign adults are picturing, one that's definitely not Disney approved. Kids just laugh at Stan's frustration, while adults smirk knowingly at the sly middle finger joke hiding in plain sight. Who knew Stan's biggest loss wasn't the Mystery Shack, but the ability to flip off customers? Mid-panic about the candy-eating monster, a festival flyer flashes the proud stamp, "Not S&P approved." Tiny letters, huge swipe. The writers just roasted Disney's own standards and practices watchdogs on their own channel. Somewhere a lawyer spat out his pumpkin spice latte. As kids we blinked and missed it. Grown-ups hear the faint sound of a mouse screaming in corporate anguish. Right off the bat, Gravity Falls throws subtlety out the window with The Legend of the Gobblewonker, where Mabel gleefully imagines what she would do with a $500 prize. She would buy a giant hamster ball. As Zyler and Kraz stare, amused and confused, she drops her most Marilyn Monroe-like line.
Hey, boys. You can look, but you can't touch.
Bold words from a 12-year-old tumbling through a convenience store. Mabel's clearly living her best life, but did anyone else feel mildly uncomfortable with that flirty hamster energy? Scary Oak sneaks in another grown-up jab as Dipper stumbles across Grunkle Stan's stash of swimsuit magazines. Yep, turns out Stan has a vintage taste for pin-up beach babes. Dipper's reaction is pure mortification, matched only by Stan's totally shameless grin. Just a casual reminder that everyone's favorite shady uncle has his own classic style of leisure reading. Honestly, Stan, maybe hide those better. Or don't, it's your creepy shack. The last Mabelcorn slips in an edgy joke as Stan speeds away from the cops with suspicious barrels labeled pugs. It's a sly jab at a bigger offense, but with adorable puppies. Only Gravity Falls could pull off a criminal enterprise this cute and absurd at once. Seriously, pug trafficking? Stan's black market business ideas are getting dangerously adorable. Between sea monster hunts, Stan tries stand-up.
Here goes. My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better. Her aim is getting better.
Tiny viewers laugh because the grown-ups laughed. Older brains catch the dark divorce jab. Someone's been dodging flying crockery, or worse. Therapy coupon, aisle 3. The joke blends slapstick threat with adult relationship scars, proving even a goofy cryptid caper has room for a little ex-spouse shade. Gravity Falls brilliantly mocks its own censored swears and not what he seems, when Stan shouts,
God, hot Belgian waffles. Wait, I'm alone. I can swear for real. Son of a...
It's a wink at Disney's tight censorship leash, and the hilarious frustration behind cartoon characters forced into weird substitutions for real swear words. Waffles have never sounded so scandalous. Stan's sleaze factor hits a new high in Roadside Attraction, offering questionable hot tub dating advice.
Always be confident and be funny, but not too funny. And be kind of annoying, but in a lovable way.
I don't know, Grunkle Stan. This sounds kind of jerky.
Yep, Gravity Falls doesn't shy away from calling out Stan's cringeworthy pickup methods, reminiscent of the worst online dating gurus. Kids might chuckle awkwardly, but adults cringe knowing exactly what kind of cheesy moves Stan is peddling. Stan, maybe dial down the creepy bachelor vibes? The Deep End cleverly exploits Dipper's ongoing crush by having Mabel distract him with a perfectly timed comment.
Hey, look! Wendy in a bikini!
Really? At night?
Sorry, Dipper!
Gravity Falls taps directly into teenage boy fantasies here. Awkward, obvious, and utterly embarrassing. Gravity Falls serves up another painfully relatable moment in the last Mabelcorn, when a mind reader loudly broadcasts Dipper's secret thoughts about Wendy's...
Wendy. You might want to ignore that last one.
Teenage curiosity gets hilariously exposed, leaving Dipper blushing furiously, and viewers cringing sympathetically. Kids chuckle cluelessly, while adults wince remembering the humiliation of youthful crushes being painfully obvious. Dipper buddy, next time maybe think quieter. In Dreamscapers, we get an unexpected peek inside Stan's subconscious, and it's exactly as questionable as you'd fear. Seuss innocently remarks,
Whoa, this is Stan's mind?
Huh. Figured there'd be a lot more hot old ladies.
Remember, everyone, we've got to look out for the triangle guy.
casually hinting at Stan's surprisingly racy imagination. Kids laugh at the absurdity, adults chuckle knowingly, and everyone wonders why Stan's dreams resemble a senior citizen's dating site. Gravity Falls, subtly reminding viewers that even cartoon grandpas have oddly specific tastes. Society of the Blind Eye slips in a sneaky pseudo-swear with Old Man McGucket's hilarious rant.
Get out of here, you salt-licking, horn-swaggling McSucket.
It's the perfect example of Gravity Falls dancing gleefully around Disney's strict language rules. Kids laugh at McGucket's wild gibberish, while adults smirk knowingly at what he's cleverly avoiding saying. Gravity Falls loves hiding grown-up language in plain sight. McGucket, unofficially inventing new family-friendly swear words since forever. Right from episode 1, Tourist Trapped, Gravity Falls launches into edgy humor with Stan proudly revealing the infamous Sasquatch.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Sasquatch.
Yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. A Sasquatch pun that emphasizes a certain below-the-belt area. Kids giggle innocently, completely unaware, while adults instantly recognize the cheeky play on words. Clearly, subtlety is not Stan's strong suit. Stan, maybe workshop these attraction names before putting them in your museum. In The Love God, Gravity Falls packs 2 immature jokes into one glorious moment. When a hot air balloon tears midair, someone panics hilariously, shouting,
All right, let her rip.
Oh no! A letter rip!
What the H?
Kids laugh at the silly balloon disaster, completely missing the clever fart joke and the sly censorship dodge. Adults, however, catch both instantly, appreciating how Gravity Falls expertly blends potty humor with disguised profanity. Classy comedy? Nope. Still funny? Heck yes. Irrational Treasure serves up one of the show's most delightfully immature jokes when Dipper anxiously warns,
Okay, look out for booby traps.
Ha! Booby trap.
Kids innocently chuckle at the danger, but adults hear the painfully obvious pun loud and clear. It's the classic adolescent joke, equally embarrassing and impossible not to laugh at. Gravity Falls gleefully refuses to let this timeless chess pun slip away unnoticed. Really, Dipper? Freud just called and he'd like his slip back. Little Gift Shop of Horrors introduces an intentionally ridiculous fictional movie titled The Voyages of Loinclothicles.
Time you kids learn to watch the classics from my day.
Ooh, old people movies.
Yep, Gravity Falls just gave us an absurdly muscular hero barely covered by a skimpy loincloth, clearly mocking Hollywood's overly buff and underdressed action heroes. Kids giggle at the goofy name, but adults instantly spot the sly jab at classic beefcake cliches. Does anyone else wonder why loincloths were ever practical battle attire? In the short Dipper's Guide mailbox, Seuss casually swipes a postcard featuring a sexy tamale, blurring the line between cartoon humor and flirtatious food puns.
Who's my dream woman? Whoa, hot tamales! Save that one for the archives.
Kids giggle cluelessly at the silly image, but adults immediately recognize the subtle cheesecake gag hidden right in front of them. Seuss's guilty face says it all. Gravity Falls knows exactly what it's doing here. Is this what foodies mean by spicy content? Asking for a friend. In Headhunters, a Stan confidently shouts,
You all know me, folks. Town darling, Mr. Mystery. Please, ladies, control yourselves.
expecting a wild reaction from his imaginary Yawa fan club. Spoiler alert, no one's actually losing control. Gravity Falls slyly mocks Stan's wildly inflated ego, complete with imaginary female fans, leaving adults chuckling at his sheer delusion. Kids simply enjoy Stan's silliness, but adults fully appreciate the layers of irony. Stan, buddy, your imaginary audience is showing. Maybe reel it in a bit. Legend of the Gobblewonker sneaks in one final joke when Seuss gleefully shouts,
Sweet! Beaver with a chainsaw!
On the surface, it's pure Gravity Falls absurdity, funny, slightly dangerous woodland creature, but adults immediately spot the not-so-subtle double meaning lurking beneath the surface. Kids giggle innocently, clueless about the sly innuendo, while grown-ups smirk knowingly at how Gravity Falls cleverly blends cartoon antics with grown-up humor. Leave it to Seuss to accidentally deliver the show's best hidden joke. And there you have it. Every sneaky, snarky, totally not for kids gag Gravity Falls smuggled past our unsuspecting childhood brains. Think you caught them all? Prove it. Drop any hidden jokes I missed, or confess which ones hit you like a ton of hot Belgian waffles. down in the comments. If this trip down inappropriate memory lane made you laugh, smash that like button harder than Bill Cipher crashes a dimension, subscribe for more cartoon archaeology, and hit the bell so you never miss another Deep Cut breakdown. Until next time, keep those eyes peeled, your browser history cleared, and remember, if a show aimed at kids can hide this much spice, what else have we been sleeping on?